Hey everybody, it's JMac here, or Recon Networks on YouTube. I'm going to be doing my second tutorial today. It's going to be covering the if and else statements, the switch statement, do while, a few system functions, and other stuff like that. So we're going to be having a fun day today. I'm just going to get right into it because this is going to be a fairly long video as it is. So if you haven't watched my other videos already, or my other video, you should probably have a look at that because I'm not going to be introducing any of the stuff that I've already talked about in my first tutorial. Okay, so we're going to start by doing some system stuff. A couple of people asked me how to do a title, how to replace the title on the top of the command prompt, and that is done by doing this. We'll do calculator. Okay, that's pretty simple. It's just a system function. The next thing is system color. A lot of people like to use this to add a little bit of a style to their program. Let's do 2. Now 2 will add black background with green writing. So you can play around with the color combinations. It's in numbers. Okay, now we're going to be declaring our variables. We're going to need a few here, and I'll tell you about how everything works once we're done. Okay, so we've already been through double. I'm not going to explain it. The char is something that I guess a few of you probably don't know about. It's a character. That's pretty much how you get plus, minus, A, but it also deals with ASCII characters. So I'm going to explain. You need to have the little quotes around it every time in order to get the character out of it as opposed to the ASCII value. Okay. So now we're going to be starting our do statement. Okay. And we are going to be doing first system CLS, and that is a clear screen. I'll explain to you how that works after, because it doesn't come into effect for a little bit here. Use, and I'm just going to be squeezing everything together so I can fit it in the screen here. We'll be putting an endl in there. Okay, so that's the cout statement. We're just going to say please enter the first number that you would like to use. Again, you have to see my first tutorial if you don't understand that. Okay, and then we're going to be inputting our first number. Next, we are going to be entering in the value for the operation that you'd like to complete. So okay. Please enter the operation that you would like to complete. And then we'll just add in a little bit more here. We'll do plus, minus, times, or divide. Those are the only ones we're going to be working with today. And then we'll do another carriage return. Okay. We're now inputting C-char. So we're going to be inputting the... Oops. We're going to be inputting the character that we're going to be using for the switch statement. I'm just going to move it down a little bit here. Okay. So the characters now have been inputted. We're now going to be inputting the second number that we want to use. So please enter the second number you would like to use. And we will do another carriage return. Okay, now we're getting into the interesting stuff. The switch. So we're going to go switch C-char, because that's the character that the user's entered. Now, basically what a switch does is it takes a number of cases that the user could have entered and analyzes them and executes which code is appropriate for each case. So let's start by doing case, and remember those quotes like I said earlier, case plus. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is the plus statement. And if the user enters in plus, we are going to be doing a cout statement. Now you don't have to do a cout, you can do the math before the cout statement, but I'm just going to be doing everything in one foul swoop here. Answer is, and then we're going to do d first number plus d second number, and then equals, and then we're actually going to do the math. So right now we're just displaying the numbers that they entered, and then, you know, like the plus and equals, so just making it look nice more than anything. And then we're going to be doing the math. So d first number plus d second number. Okay, so, and then we're going to want to do a carriage return. Now again, like I said before, you can make this line of code as long as you want. I'm just squeezing it in so that you don't get caught here. Okay, now I'm just going to make things easier for myself by entering in copied stuff. So now we have case minus. And all we gotta do here really is change that and that. Just make things easier. And then let's do case multiplication. Okay, so in case multiplication, it's kind of more difficult because you have to think they could enter an x, the small x, the big X, or the star. They could enter in any one. So we want to make sure that they're covered in that sense. So let's say for case star, we'll put in the star there, and we'll put in the star there. Okay, now if the case is the small x, we'll be putting the small x in here, and then the star in here.